guys, welcome back to my channel. Doing a little book chat today on Akata. You may have heard me kind of talk about this if you watched any of my booktubeathon videos, vlogs, or my wrap up. I enjoyed it enough, and I guess I had enough to say about it that I wanted to do a quick little video, and I feel like it deserves it. My biggest thing with this book is that it is different. I saw it called a Harry Potter-esque, or reminiscent of Harry Potter, which it is in certain ways, kind of like these basic things. There's magic in this world. It's like Harry Potter, where there's the normal world in Harry Potter, it's the Muggles. In Akata, it's the Lambs, people who don't have magic, who don't know that magic is a real thing. And then there are the witches and wizards in Harry Potter, which are called leopard people in Akata, and they're just people with magical abilities, magical powers, and it's, it's through their spirit line, not necessarily their bloodline, so it can skip generations. But yeah, so in that regard and in a couple other ways it is like it, but it's set in Nigeria. The main character is this albino girl who is Nigerian. She speaks Igbo. She's Nigerian. Her parents are Nigerian. She was actually born in the United States, grew up there for a little bit, but then came back. Her family came back to Nigeria, and that is where she kind of discovers these magical abilities. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 4-star rating. Overall. Oh, and the author is Nnedi Okorafor, and I'm definitely going to be reading more of her stuff, including the second book to this, which is Akata Warrior. I'm very excited for that. I think it came out this year. This one I think was published a few years ago, in 2011, I want to say, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2011. And then I think Akata Warrior came out this year, if I remember correctly. So the characters in this, I thought the characters were done really well. There's 4 main characters, and in this book, when there are 4, witches or leopard people who are, it's like they have certain characteristics, the 4 of them individually, and when they are all together, they are an Oha coven. And from what it sounds like so far, they can do different things, or it's some kind of premonition or prophecy. So there's these 4 kids that make up this Oha coven, and they have very differing personalities. There was one, Chi-Chi, who's a main character, and at first I liked her. As it went on, I was kind of she is arrogant and cocky and just dumb. Her arrogance makes her stupid, things that you're blatantly dude, this is a dumb decision. Why would you do that? But she's just one of those characters that's just kind of oblivious to this, because she is so arrogant and cocky and just kind of in her own little world. And I kind of didn't like that about her at all. But she was consistent. Her character is consistent. And that's what I felt about all of the characters in the book. They were written very well. They were all very consistent with their personalities as they were, written in the book. Something I liked that maybe other people wouldn't like, I have a difficult time when I'm reading a book and there's a lot of action going on that is being described in just absolute detail. She ran 3 paces and jumped up 6 inches and tapped off the wall at a 45-degree angle and slashed his face across to the bridge of his nose. You lose me. And I'm just okay, skipping ahead. I get it, they're battling. There's action, somebody's running, they're fighting, crap's happening, skip ahead. I just feel sometimes it's in too much detail, and I don't need that. I get it. They're fighting. Cool. If somebody does something super badass, sure, describe that, but otherwise, I don't need to read all about it. And so I like that did not happen in this. It did feel, so the big bad in this book was this serial killer. And the kind of the confrontation, it did seem kind of too easy, right? These 4 kids, and this is kind of where the chosen one thing comes into play, except I feel like it's like the chosen one is this Oha coven. Because it seemed like way too easy. Like other covens had been sent in after this big bad and failed miserably, or like kind of failed, but like he wasn't beaten until these 4 came in, and it just seemed like really easy for them. But I don't know if maybe that's part of, there's some sort of prophecy about them that will come to light later. I'm not sure. I like that it wasn't described in great detail, but it just seemed like kind of way too easy. Much like in Harry Potter, they have like words to speak, like the spells that they need to speak. Instead of having wands, they have juju knives. And it's called, like, magic in this world is often referred to or called juju. And I thought that was pretty cool. And it's something where, like, the knife picks them versus them picking which knife they want, just like in Harry Potter. And I saw some people commenting on it that, like, they didn't like that it was, like, a spin on Harry Potter. But, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like get over it, I guess. It's not trying to copy Harry Potter by any means. It's just a similar concept. I personally still felt like it was its own thing and good in its own right. It was fun watching these kids kind of bond and get to know each other better. So I would definitely recommend it if it sounds like maybe something you'd be into. Again, I just feel like it's important because it's different. It's so very different. The main character is a different character than you normally would see. I mean, she's an albino Nigerian girl. Tell me another, like, YA fantasy that has a character like that, or that is set in somewhere that isn't like a whitewashed Western culture, place. There's not very many that I have heard of. If you know of more, please do tell. Let me know in the comments of other ones that are different like that, because I'm totally down for it. And I definitely want to buy this. I can't decide which edition I want, because there's this cover, which I think is very pretty and very cool, but now Akata Warrior came out, and it's a different cover, and so then there's a different edition now of Akata Witch to match Akata Warrior. And that one's pretty cool too. I'll put a screenshot of it here so you can check it out, because it looks really cool. It's like her face, her albino face with like stuff on it. It's super cool. So the big life decisions, which edition to get. Maybe I'll do like I did with the Shades of Magic trilogy and just get both. Why not? Thank you as always for watching, guys. Always appreciate your time and attention. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, if it sounds interesting to you. If you have read it, let me know what you thought. Maybe you didn't like it as much or you loved it more. I don't know. Talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.